Well, we're all guilty of craving cookies every now and again, but what if they could actually help you crumble away the kilos? The cookie diet might be taking Hollywood by storm, but it's also behind thousands of weight loss success stories across the states and beyond. Reality TV star Snooki weighed in on the sweet diet plan.
What the hell happened? I decided to go on a diet because filming the show, you drink a lot, you party, you eat really bad foods, and I pretty much realized that I'm over my limit right now.
Well, the cookies are now a global phenomenon, converting bodies from flab to fab, one cookie at a time. So how can they help us shed the extra kilos? I'm intrigued to find out how this works. It sounds too good to be true. Here to explain how these cookies work is the cookie doctor himself, Dr. Sanford Siegal, and his son Matthew Siegal. Good morning to both of you. Look, we call them biscuits here in Australia. The biscuit doctor doesn't kind of sound so good. The biscuit diet, the biscuit doctor. Tell us, I mean, you call them cookies, of course. How does this help us lose weight?
Well, hunger wrecks diets. I'm a physician. I've been treating overweight patients for over 50 years, and I realized very early in my career that the major culprit in preventing weight loss was hunger. Right. And so I set about to create a product, a food product, that would control hunger, and it turned out to be a cookie. And it was very, very successful. I tried it on patients. I had innumerable people who said that it worked wonders.
Well, should we go? I want to hear about this. How does the cookie diet plan? How does it work?
Well, again, I want to emphasize that hunger is what we're concentrating on.
Sure.
All
which,
right.
which is what makes normal diets so hard to stick to, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. The cookie makes it possible. You eat 9 cookies a day, and then you have a very sensible dinner. Now, the entire intake of calories is 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day.
Oh, wow.
On 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day, everyone loses weight. There are no failures.
Wow. Okay. Matthew, you've been on this plan, right?
Yes. When I was in college, I got up to about 187 pounds, which I think is, what, about 85 kilos?
Right. Which a lot of kids do when they go away to university.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. And I was home for vacation, and my father took a look at me at one point, and he said, "This is not healthy. You can't do this." And he started sending me cookies to school. And before long, I was down to about 64 kilos. And it worked so well that I decided to get into the business and bring the cookies to the world through the internet.
Wow. And you've obviously seen these cookies work well for other people, not just yourself, right?
Oh, there have been literally hundreds of thousands, in fact more than 500,000 since 1975. I have so many friends who've called me up and said, "Can you send me the cookies?" And I have. Although really it was the celebrities that caused it to become truly a global phenomenon. Anytime celebrities discover your product, then the whole world hears about it.
Wow. And Snooki, that's an interesting choice. Why did you go for Snooki?
We didn't. Snooki went for us.
Right. Oh, really?
She did look at home eating cookies. She did look very comfortable.
She does. Okay, can I put this to you? This sort of goes against everything that health and nutrition experts say. They say you should get up, eat a healthy breakfast, eat a healthy lunch. They're not saying get up and eat a biscuit for, you know, breakfast and a biscuit for lunch. So how does
You have no idea how many times I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've even heard it from doctors and experts.
Yes.
I can tell you, and we've already said, I have treated 500,000 people personally with this product and not the single problem. In fact, I will confront these experts who attack me, so to speak, and say, "Have you ever heard of anyone who had a problem with this cookie?" Well, no, I haven't heard of it, but I've heard that it exists.
So where do we stand? Where does exercise and healthy lifestyle fit in with the cookie diet?
Well, of course, I advocate exercise, but not an extreme amount while you're on the diet. However, there are 2 phases to every diet. There is the losing phase and there is the weight maintenance phase. During the weight maintenance phase, I'm a very, very strong advocate of exercise. And I push my patients as well as our customers to the limit when it comes to exercise during the maintenance phase.
The reason why I haven't gained back those 47 pounds is because...
Which is the thing which happens, yeah?
It does if you go back to your old habits, but I didn't go back to my old habits, and I'm a fanatic rollerblader. And that really is what it takes to maintain your weight once you've lost it.
Okay, just quickly, how long do you stay on that initial phase of cookies for breakfast and lunch for? How long does that initial phase last for?
Well, it lasts as long as is necessary. I mean,
okay.
when you have someone who has 50 kilos to lose or something like that, they could be on this for a year. But there is absolutely no problem with following it for that length of time.
We had a success story in the U.S. Who I think you've shown pictures of, Josie. That was Josie 6 months later.
Wow.
She went from 240 pounds to 120 pounds. It took her 6 months. But we've had people with literally 400, 500 pounds to lose, and they've been on the diet for several years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Front
Wow.
page of People magazine. I guess you guys are doing okay out of these.
We actually did it twice.
Oh, gee.
Twice on the cover of People magazine. Very exciting.
Well done. Thank you very much,
Thank
Dr.
you. It is a
Siegel
success
and
story.
Matthew. It is.
Thank
It
you.
definitely
Yeah,
is.
business model and success. To find out more about Dr. Siegel's cookie diet and where you can get the cookies or the biscuits, just head to our website. Thanks, guys.
Coming up, we've got nicknames that might make you cringe. Find out what Shane Warne and Liz Hurley call each other in private.
Well, if it's in private, how do we know?
Because they probably put it on Twitter. They put everything on Twitter.